there, thanks so much for being here with me today. Today I want to talk about a topic that is probably an extremely unpopular opinion in the online space, but it's something I feel strongly about and I want to talk about it. And that is that your financial information is nobody's business, and two, it doesn't define success. And what I mean by that is when I first started my entrepreneurial journey, I sat down and had lunch with somebody who I view as one of the most successful entrepreneurs I've ever met. And one of his biggest pieces of advice to me was, Michelle, the one thing I want you to know is that your financial information is yours and yours alone, and your business finances are not to be shared with anybody but perhaps your spouse. Those are the only people, or your life partner, whatever it is, that's the only person that really needs to know your financial information, unless perhaps it's a bank or something like that. And I've always taken that to heart, and I've always viewed that, and I've always believed that way. But then you move into the online space and everything becomes about money. 10K months, hitting your 6-figure launch, how I went from 5 figures to 6 figures, and all these big numbers, and people starting to make you feel bad if you're not hitting 10K months or 5-figure launches or all of that. And the reality is, and what I want to talk about is that does not define your success. Your financial information is absolutely 100% nobody's business. And two, it doesn't determine your success. And I want to just share that message with the world to say that if you want to make 10K months and you're hitting 6 figures, 7 figures, that's awesome. That's important to you. That's amazing for you. And you should feel good about that internally. And you can share that with the people that mean the most to you. But there's other people who are thrilled to death to make just enough money to give back, and I want to give you an example. I have 2 clients on total opposite ends of the spectrum. I have one client who came to me and said, here's where I'm starting, and I really would like to get to this 6-figure mark. I need this, whatever her financial reasons were, but that was a goal that she wanted to hit. And we talked about it and we're working towards that. And probably by the time this podcast episode launches, she will have hit her first 10K month, and she will be on course to make 6 figures this year. Now, I have another client who has a passion and a heart to serve halfway houses. And she came to me and said, you know what? I understand that the halfway houses they can't afford what I can do. So what I want to do is I want to make enough money to support the fact that I want to share and be able to go into these halfway houses for free. But I also understand that I need to support my family. And so she had a completely different level of what she would deem successful financially. And so we're working completely differently for her. But here's the thing, money means something different to everybody. Value means something different to everybody. Success means something different to everybody. So are you going to honestly look at me, or is somebody else in the world going to honestly look at my client who wants to serve women who have been battered and abused and go in there and serve them for free in a halfway house? Are you going to honestly look at her any differently as a level of success because perhaps her business is only maybe making $2,000 or $3,000 right now, if that's what she chooses? And again, I'm just throwing numbers out there. Are you going to honestly say, that's not successful? You're not a successful business owner. I could never learn from you. You have no way, there's nothing you can offer me because you don't have the same goals and aspirations I do. Or are you going to look at my client who perhaps maybe hit that 6-figure mark this year, but it's taken her 2 years in her business to get there? Does that deem her any less successful? Absolutely not. But yet everything we do in the online space comes back to how much money are you going to charge your worth, raise your pricing, hit these 10K months. And here's the thing, money gives you the availability and the ability to do a lot of amazing things. It gives you the ability to give back. It gives you the ability to enjoy certain materialistic things if that's what you want. It gives you the ability to have financial stability for your family. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't be reaching for massive financial success. And I'm not saying that that's a sense of lack. What I'm saying is stop letting it deem you successful or not, because everybody's individual reason for being in business or having a side hustle is different. And one person wanting to make 10K, 6 figures, 7 figures, and that's their definition of success, and another person wanting to make enough money to be able to go in and offer their services for free to a halfway house, that deems them successful. And so we need to stop this shaming that happens in the online space. We need to stop asking people for their financial information. How much money did you make this month? How much money? I mean, think about this. If you went into a standard brick and mortar business to do business with them, let's say a retail store that you absolutely love, a boutique, do you walk into that retail store and say, hey, by the way, how much money did you make this month? Because if you didn't hit $10,000 this month, I don't want to do business with you. No, right? You wouldn't do it. And I'm just saying, like, in general, that's a like super over the top example, but it's true. Like, you don't go into other businesses. Even when I was in corporate America, the people that we did business with, the vendors that we did business with, we didn't ask them, by the way, how much money did you make this month? How many customers do you have? You know what? You build relationships based on whether or not they provide a service that you need. If you jive with them on a personal level, if you feel as though they can offer you and get you the results, if they have proven results from referrals and clientele and all of that, that's what deems them successful. So can we just agree today to just keep our financial information to ourselves, number one. Number two, if you want to shout it out because you're proud of yourself, that's one thing, but don't do it in a way that shames other people, because remember, that's what's important to you. That's your definition, not mine, not the person sitting next to you. And really what that does in a lot of ways, and it backfires. You might think it's inspiring. Some people find it inspiring. Some people find it absolutely debilitating because they look at themselves like, oh my gosh, this is where imposter syndrome sets in. This is where comparisonitis sets in. We're creating that. We're creating that culture in the online space, and we don't need to. So again, keep your financial information to yourself. Share it with your private inner circle. Share it with the people most important to you. And if you need to share it publicly, do it in a way that, you know, it's authentic. It's done out of integrity. And know that it doesn't necessarily define your success. I don't really honestly care how much money you're making. Truly, I don't. It doesn't mean anything to me as far as whether or not I feel you can help me if I'm looking to hire or not, you know? Again, if you want to work for free and do pro bono work, doesn't mean you can't help me, right? Your financial information does not define your success. All right, we'll talk soon. Unpopular opinion. What are your thoughts?